Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I am thinking that it would be fun to build some, I guess they're kits, I don't know what you'd call them, but as I was going through my scraps yesterday, which that video is linked, and look at how well I did with my mini scraps. But I started grabbing things and was like, oh, this would make such a neat page together. So I think I might go through my scraps, probably not embellishment wise, but definitely my scraps. Maybe organize them would be a better way. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I did grab some page protectors. These are really flimsy page protectors I got in an office store that I think I might store if I think I see something that was like, oh, this would be amazing together. Sorry about that sound, it's my coffee. I don't know, I think it'd be fun. I know in this particular one I grabbed a few things like, how fun would it be to make a layout with the border strips that I grabbed from here. Some of these are so pretty and really bright and playful. I don't know. So that's kind of what I think I'm gonna do for a little bit today until I have to go and see, I get to see my grandma today, and I haven't seen her in, oh, I don't know, 2.5 years. So it's kind of a really big deal. But yeah, I just kind of want to, I really want to use my stash, and I think that I'm challenging myself. I'm going to challenge myself even a little bit more so than just to use it. The month of June, I literally am only allowed to use scraps. I'm not going to be allowed to use any new paper, except for the foundation page, so white cardstock or whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go through this and let me know what you do with your stash. Like, how do you utilize your scraps? And I don't know. I think it'd be fun. It'd be fun to see. So let me know, and let me know if you'd like to see me put a few of these together too. I guess I could. It'd be kind of like a Nicole Jones thing if you're interested in it. I know, sometimes it's boring to watch this stuff, but sometimes it's interesting. So I don't know. Look at all this pretty paper. Isn't it just beautiful? I love it. And I would like to have a little spot for all of my corner pieces so that when I'm scrapbooking and I want a corner piece, I can just flip through it and grab these. So this needs its own little container almost. That I don't own the right container for, but I should probably get one from the dollar store. So that might be a thing to do too. So anyways, I'm just going to spend my morning doing that, and I thought I would just share with you about that. Okay, so a mug of coffee later, I totally just emptied my small scrap bin and was able to get them divided into separate sections. So what I think I'm going to do, and it all fits in this tinier little bag. Oops, I dropped something. And I love this. So I've got a few different things going on here. So let me kind of share with you, but it all fits in here right now. So I divided up, I have a few different things. Let me start with this. I have my, all those squares that I was telling you about how I want them in one spot. I put them all in one bag, so that's one style. I also have my skinny scraps. So, and I'm going to separate, I'm going to do 12 by, my bigger full sheets with my smaller things within the same idea. So these are my really skinny scraps when I'm searching for things and I just want a layering piece. That's what is in there. I have my medium size scraps. So again, layering piece is what I'm looking for something. My matting, so a photo mat, I put those all in one. My off-cut 6x6, so when I've done something to them, but it's still pretty much a 6x6, it's just missing a little something here, that's all in there. I'm not sure how I would add my bigger sheets there, so that might just be a separate thing, but I have that. And then my random fun off-cut shapes. I love to use these and add fun texture and the angles to my layouts with these, so that's going to have its own thing as well. So that's how I separated my scraps, just in a general sense. And then I also, I have 2 things here, and I wrote them down just in case I ever want to refer back to them. But this one is, I did a layout about my son, and it was his first shower, and I had so much fun with that layout. And I used a paint strip like this, and it was in the blue tones. So when I saw these pink tones, I'm like, oh, I really want to do this layout with the pink tones. And then, you know, 9 months later, so to speak, when I found out I was having a girl, I was like, oh, I can do it about my daughter. So I do have this photo that I'm going to create that layout with. And then as I was going through my scraps, I just pulled all these Maggie Home things that could go with that. So that's in one because it's going to be its own layout. And then within this, it's got 5 separate pieces that I want to have layout. So this, it has a little collection of C'est La Vie that I had cut out, and I'm going to make that into a layout eventually. I have these really fun and bright colors that when they're put together I think would make a really neat layout to start a layout, so that's in there. And then I have 3 sets of borders. So I have an old Amy Tan collection that I really want to create a layout with these border strips. Same thing with this fun Valentine's Day collection from a few years ago. And then this was my all-time favorite collection, and this is all I have left of it, and I've been hoarding them just because I just love them so much. So I am going to create a layout with these little tiny scraps in one way or another because I'm never going to throw them away, so I might as well actually make a layout with them. And that will probably turn into a layout about my son because of the color tones to them. But that's all going to go in there. And then I wrote on here that from here to here, so those 5 collections are all in one page protector. So if I'm ever looking through this, I'm like, oh, where is it? I know I can just look at this one page protector. So that is how I've been able to seriously condense my mini scraps. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to go through my larger scraps as well now and put them into the same categories. Hopefully it will, I don't think it will all fit in here, but the smaller scraps will, and then my scrap bin itself will look smaller. So I'll come back and show you the finished scrap bin so you can see that too. Okay, all done. So, oh my gosh, you guys, look how condensed and beautiful my scrap bin is. So what I did was, the very top isn't organized because I didn't really, I guess I could go and organize it a little bit more, but whatever. This is my randomness. But I've organized them into color tones. So greens, blues, pinks, my neutral wood grain that I love so much. And then the very bottom is all of my colorful stuff. So that's what's in there, the bigger sheets and all of that. And then these are just, I mean, I cannot believe this. Look at how much room I have. I'm so excited about that. So this will be much more accessible to get into. The only thing I came up with wanting to scrap maybe a layout together with was these 3 sheets. So I'm just going to leave them at the top so I can see them and get to them. And then I was able to get a few more scraps divided into my original sections that I did. And this is nice and condensed, and it'll fit really well in my my little, in my little area that I have to store this. And then I have a whole empty bucket that at the moment, until I get to it, because I'm a tiny bit lazy and I really need to get to it, my goal is going to be to do a little bit each night, I think, is my biggest collection that I have, and my biggest mess is all of these are things that I want to cut out and use as die cuts. So I need to get on that, and I will. But like I said, my goal is going to be to try to do, like, I don't know, if it's like these florals, like get a whole sheet of it, or like grab a small stack and get them done and then organize those into my embellishment collection. So I'm really excited and proud of myself. It didn't take me too long to do that this morning, maybe an hour. And I think I'm going to spend my afternoon scrapbooking now. So I did my duty of organization for the day, so now I get to have fun. Bye, everyone.